Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by telling you something powerful. What you expect will manifest, and what you believe will be built. If you lose your expectations, you lose your direction. If you lose your confidence, you lose the courage to take the next step. But I'm here to remind you today, don't let go. Expectations are more than just thoughts or feelings. They are the quiet architects of our destiny. What you expect sets the tone for your actions, your decisions, and ultimately your outcomes. It's a powerful force, shaping the way you perceive opportunities and challenges. Expectations are the seed beds of possibility, and the harvest you reap in life is often determined by what you dared to believe was possible. When you carry high expectations, you send a signal to your mind, heart, and spirit that there is something worth striving for. It aligns your energy, focusing your efforts on the fulfillment of that vision. Expectations fuel resilience because they create a sense of purpose. When you know what you're aiming for, setbacks become temporary detours instead of dead ends. A person without expectations drifts aimlessly, while a person with clear expectations moves intentionally, even through adversity. Think about the stories of individuals who overcame insurmountable odds. Many of them didn't succeed because they had all the resources or the perfect circumstances. They succeeded because they expected more for themselves. They refused to settle for mediocrity, and their expectations drove them to innovate, persevere, and keep pressing forward. Expectations are not mere wishes. They are commitments to a higher standard. Your expectations influence your perception. If you expect success, you will see opportunities where others see obstacles. If you expect failure, even the smallest challenge can appear insurmountable. This is why it's essential to guard your expectations carefully. Surround yourself with people, environments, and habits that nurture a positive and forward-thinking mindset. The company you keep and the narratives you allow into your life can either elevate your expectations or diminish them. Expectations are also contagious. When you carry high expectations, you inspire those around you to rise to the occasion. Leaders who expect greatness from their teams often see extraordinary results because people respond to the belief placed in them. The same principle applies to personal relationships, careers, and even self-growth. When you expect the best, you naturally encourage others to meet that standard, creating a ripple effect of excellence. But it's not just about expecting success, it's about expecting growth. Life is not always going to give you what you want in the way you imagined it, but if your expectations include the belief that every experience, whether triumph or failure, can teach you something, you'll remain on a trajectory of progress. Growth-oriented expectations transform challenges into stepping stones, allowing you to climb higher with every lesson learned. It's important to understand that expectations are not passive. They demand action. To expect something is to set a goal, create a plan, and take steps toward its realization. Passive hopes without active participation are just daydreams. Expectations that drive destiny are rooted in a willingness to work, adapt, and persevere. They compel you to show up every day, even when the odds seem stacked against you. In the end, your expectations shape the quality of your journey and determine the heights you can reach. They are a declaration of faith in what is possible, a refusal to settle, and a commitment to the best version of yourself. Confidence is the unshakable foundation that keeps you steady no matter how turbulent life becomes. It is not arrogance or facade. It is the quiet assurance within you that says, I am capable, I am enough, and I can face whatever comes my way. Without confidence, even the strongest ship can be tossed and turned by the smallest wave. But with it, you have an anchor that holds you firm, allowing you to navigate storms with grace and resilience. Confidence begins with belief, not just in your abilities, but in your intrinsic worth. It's the understanding that you have something valuable to contribute, regardless of your current circumstances or past failures. This belief doesn't rely on external validation or the approval of others. It comes from within, a deeply rooted conviction that you are deserving of the opportunities life presents to you. This inner belief is what keeps you grounded even when the opinions of others attempt to pull you in different directions. You see? What was the super regist breakthrough in confidence? Doesn't mean you won't experience doubt or fear. It means you won't let those feelings control you. It allows you to act even when you're uncertain. When you're anchored in confidence, fear becomes a companion you acknowledge but don't follow. You recognize that stepping into the unknown is part of growth, and confidence gives you the courage to take that step, trusting in your ability to adapt and learn along the way. In moments of failure or rejection, confidence is the voice that reminds you that setbacks are temporary. It tells you that failure isn't a reflection of your worth, but a necessary step in the process of success. Confidence allows you to view challenges as opportunities to grow rather than threats to your self-image. It empowers you to get back up after every fall, stronger and more determined than before. Confidence also influences how you present yourself to the world. When you carry yourself with confidence, others sense it. It's not about being the loudest or the most outgoing. It's about embodying a sense of calm assurance. This presence draws people in, earns trust, and opens doors to opportunities that might otherwise remain closed. Confidence has a magnetic quality, inspiring others to believe in you because you believe in yourself. Building confidence is not a one-time achievement, it's a continuous process. Every time you face a fear, accomplish a goal, or overcome a challenge, your confidence grows. Small wins compound over time, creating a reservoir of self-assurance you can draw from when faced with bigger challenges. It's about taking consistent action, proving to yourself over and over again that you are capable and resourceful. Ultimately, confidence is the anchor that keeps you connected to your purpose. No matter how rough the waters of life may get, it allows you to move forward with clarity and strength, staying true to your path while adapting to the currents around you. Confidence doesn't promise smooth sailing, but it guarantees that you'll remain steady, no matter how unpredictable the journey becomes. Challenges are the hidden forces that push us toward growth and transformation. At first glance, they often seem like obstacles meant to block our path, but in truth, they are the catalysts that ignite our potential. Without challenges, life would remain stagnant, predictable, and devoid of the opportunities for greatness that lie in the unknown. It is through facing adversity that we discover our strength, build resilience, and uncover new possibilities. When a challenge arises, it demands our attention. It disrupts the comfort of routine and forces us to confront what we may have ignored or underestimated within ourselves. Challenges test our limits, but they also reveal our capacity to stretch beyond them. In these moments, we often find that we are stronger, more resourceful, and more capable than we ever imagined. The very act of overcoming a challenge reshapes us, leaving us better prepared for the next hurdle that life may bring. Challenges also sharpen our focus. They compel us to prioritize, strategize, and innovate. When the usual methods no longer work, challenges force us to think creatively, to approach problems from new angles, and to consider possibilities we might have overlooked in easier times. This process of adaptation not only helps us overcome the immediate difficulty, but also equips us with skills and perspectives that serve us in the long run. Every challenge becomes a teacher, and every lesson learned becomes a tool for future success. It's important to recognize that challenges are not a sign of failure or inadequacy. They are a natural part of life's progression. Growth and comfort cannot coexist. Just as a seed must push through the soil to reach the light, we must push through difficulties to reach our potential. The resistance we face in life strengthens us, much like the resistance in exercise builds muscle. Each challenge we face adds to the foundation of our character, making us more resilient and adaptable over time. Challenges also have a way of revealing what truly matters. They strip away distractions and bring clarity to our priorities. In difficult moments, we learn to focus on what is essential and let go of what is trivial. This clarity can lead to deeper connections, renewed purpose, and a greater appreciation for the blessings we might have taken for granted. Sometimes it takes a storm to remind us of the strength of our roots. Moreover, challenges often become the stories that inspire others. When we overcome adversity, we create a testimony of perseverance and hope that can encourage those who are struggling. Our challenges become a source of strength, not only for ourselves, but also for those around us. They remind us that difficulties are universal, but so is the ability to rise above them. Ultimately, challenges are not meant to defeat us, they are meant to define us. They shape who we are and who we are becoming. Each one presents an opportunity to step into a higher version of ourselves, to embrace growth, and to move closer to our purpose. Far from being roadblocks, challenges are the stepping stones that lead us toward the extraordinary. Self-talk is the ongoing dialogue we have with ourselves, and it holds immense power over our thoughts, actions, and outcomes. Every word we speak internally acts as a seed planted in the soil of our mind. Whether that seed grows into a flourishing tree of confidence or a thorny bush of doubt depends on the nature of the self-talk we nurture. Our internal narrative shapes how we perceive ourselves, interpret challenges, and respond to the world around us. The mind believes what it hears most often, and self-talk becomes the soundtrack of our lives. Positive self-talk fuels courage, resilience, and motivation. When you tell yourself, I can do this, or I have what it takes, you activate a mindset that seeks solutions and opportunities. Your brain begins to align with your words, reinforcing the belief that success is possible. This creates a feedback loop where positive thoughts lead to positive actions, which in turn reinforce positive outcomes. On the other hand, negative self-talk acts as a barrier to progress. When we dwell on thoughts like, I'm not good enough, or I always fail, we create mental roadblocks that hinder our ability to take risks or persevere through difficulties. Negative self-talk feeds fear and insecurity, often magnifying problems and minimizing potential. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where doubts and fears manifest as the very failures we dread. What makes self-talk so influential is its ability to shape our emotional state and behavior. Words carry energy, and the tone we use with ourselves can either lift us up or tear us down. When self-talk is filled with kindness and encouragement, it fosters a sense of self-worth and empowerment. Conversely, harsh or critical self-talk can leave us feeling defeated before we even begin. The way we speak to ourselves sets the stage for how we approach life's challenges. Self-talk also plays a critical role in how we interpret setbacks. In moments of failure, positive self-talk helps us reframe the experience as a learning opportunity. Instead of saying, I messed up and I'll never get it right, we can say, I made a mistake, but I'm learning and improving. This shift in perspective allows us to grow from adversity rather than being paralyzed by it. The words we choose determine whether we see obstacles as insurmountable walls or temporary hurdles. Practicing intentional self-talk requires mindfulness and effort. It involves recognizing the automatic thoughts that arise in our minds and challenging those that are unhelpful or harmful. Replacing negative thoughts with constructive affirmations takes time, but it can transform our outlook and our results. Over time, consistent positive self-talk rewires our mindset, creating a foundation of confidence and optimism. Ultimately, self-talk shapes not just how we see ourselves, but also how we interact with the world. It influences the risks we take, the goals we set, and the resilience we bring to life's trials. By speaking life into our own hearts and minds, we can unlock the potential within us, turning our thoughts into the stepping stones of our success. Human beings, you know this, faith and action are two sides of the same coin, working in harmony to create meaningful progress and fulfillment in life. Faith is the belief in what is unseen, the assurance of possibilities yet to come. It gives you the vision to see beyond your current circumstances and the courage to hope for something greater. But faith without action is like a bird with only one wing. It can never take flight. Action is the mechanism that turns faith into reality, bridging the gap between dreams and their manifestation. Faith provides the foundation. It is the source of confidence that your efforts will not be in vain. It allows you to envision a future where your goals are achieved, even when the present offers no guarantees. Faith instills a sense of purpose and motivates you to persevere through challenges. However, it is not enough to simply believe. Faith must be accompanied by action, as action is the tangible expression of belief. Acting on your faith demonstrates your commitment to the vision you hold and your willingness to work toward it. Action gives life to faith. It is the physical step forward, the effort that transforms potential into progress. Without action, faith remains a concept, abstract and unrealized. Even the smallest step, when taken in alignment with your belief, has the power to shift circumstances and open doors. It is through action that you invite opportunities to meet you halfway, turning your aspirations into achievements. Challenges often arise that test the strength of both faith and action. There may be moments of doubt when your efforts seem fruitless and progress feels distant. In these times, faith becomes the anchor that keeps you steady, reminding you that the journey is worth it. At the same time, continuing to take action, even in the face of uncertainty, reinforces your belief and keeps momentum alive. This interplay between faith and action creates resilience, allowing you to navigate difficulties with determination. Faith and action also work together to build confidence. Each time you take a step toward your goals, your faith is validated and your belief in your abilities grows stronger. Conversely, faith gives you the courage to take risks and embrace opportunities that might otherwise seem daunting. This dynamic cycle propels you forward, creating a powerful synergy that can overcome even the most formidable obstacles. Moreover, faith and action inspire others. When people see you acting boldly on your beliefs, they are often encouraged to do the same. Your example becomes a beacon, demonstrating that it is possible to move from intention to accomplishment. Faith and action not only shape your own path, but also create a ripple effect, influencing those around you. Ultimately, faith without action is stagnant, and action without faith lacks direction. Together, they form a partnership that turns dreams into reality. By believing in the unseen and stepping forward with purpose, you align yourself with the possibility of transformation, unlocking the potential to create a life that reflects your deepest aspirations. Fear is a powerful force, often standing as the greatest barrier between us and the life we desire. It whispers doubts, magnifies risks, and creates illusions of failure before we even begin. Yet, victory, the kind that changes lives and defines legacies, always lies beyond fear. To achieve greatness, one must learn not to avoid fear, but to confront it, walk through it, and rise above it. Fear thrives in the unknown. It feeds on uncertainty, convincing us that the worst-case scenario is inevitable. It tells us to stay in our comfort zones where the stakes are low and the risks are minimal. But comfort zones, while safe, are also stagnant. Growth, achievement, and fulfillment require stepping into unfamiliar territory where fear inevitably lurks. Every step forward challenges the voice of fear, testing our resolve and courage. When fear arises, it's important to recognize it for what it is, a natural response to perceived danger, not an absolute truth. Fear signals that we are standing on the edge of something significant, something that has the potential to change us. This realization is crucial because fear often appears strongest just before a breakthrough. It is in these moments that pushing forward becomes an act of defiance, a declaration that fear will not dictate our destiny.